All right, guys, I just saw The Boys, season 5, episode 7. All right, I stayed up literally till 4 a.m. to watch that stuff. Yeah, I'm doing this for y'all. I'm in a hotel room. I have so many things to do. There's a cleaning lady waiting outside, and I had to come outside looking like this and scared the piss out of her and told her, bro, just stall, bro. Give me time. All right, here we go. Spoiler warning. Let's get right into this stuff, all right? Frenchie died. We knew it was going to happen. I know they weren't going to kill Kimiko off. The Boys is just not going to do that. Frenchie is dead. Radiation poisoning. He went out like a G, all right? It's similar to A-Train, all right? Where, you have the one opportunity to talk as much shit to Homelander as possible, stick your middle finger at him. He locked himself in the uranium enrichment room, and Homelander... It looked like Homelander didn't get as sick from the enriched uranium as he was getting before, so that tells me the V1 really worked out. And basically, Frenchie sacrificed himself to keep Kimiko and Sister Sage safe in this freaking lead-lined vent somewhere. Or is it zinc that he can't see through? I think it's zinc. Yeah. Sad death. It hit me. It did hit me, especially seeing everyone's reaction, seeing Butcher and Huey come in and seeing the sadness on their face after seeing Frenchie died. Yeah, it hit me. Like, finally, we're getting some consequences on the heroes and we're seeing people die. That's good. I hope this isn't the only death, because it is the most predictable one. If anyone was going to die from the Boys crew, it would have been Frenchie, and it was a great death. I want to see more death. We need more death now, okay? We're literally one episode left. Kimiko, I think she has Soldier Boy's power now, which is to irradiate the V from people. I didn't know they were going that route. I didn't actually know that's what Butcher was planning when looking at the Soldier Boy footage. So basically, he saw what was happening to Soldier Boy and said, hey, they're exposing this dude to so much uranium that eventually this dude just had radioactive power. So we're going to do the same thing with Kimiko, because she's a soup. Even though she's nowhere near as durable, but she has regenerative healing factor, like Deadpool, so maybe it could work. Interesting. I didn't think they were going to go that route. How do I feel about Kimiko being their ultimate weapon to blast Homelander to Kingdom Come? I don't know. I'm not a fan of Kimiko being the one to kill Homelander, because I'm not a fan of that character anymore, personally. But it makes sense. It is a smarter plan than anything else. I am very curious about Marie Moreau from Gen V, because she makes a little cameo appearance, and at the end of the episode it's inferred that she's gonna help more now, but I don't know if that's in the capacity of combat against Homelander or just helping Starlighters and people who have been almost killed by the Homelander's team, and helping funnel them and put them in a safe house. Starlight literally says, hey, all that power you have, Marie, and you're not able to control it. I feel like this is a very silly attempt to not use her. So I don't know what she's going to be used as, because we got Kimiko, who has Soldier Boy's overpowered ability to fry the V out of everyone. And then you have Marie, who's also ultimately very powerful, right? So you have two of these super weapons. I don't really see the show using them both. So I don't know how it's going to work. I prefer if it was like, here's how I would like it. I don't like the idea of any one of these people specifically to be the one to take a Homelander. If Homelander is going to die, I would like it to be like everybody teaming up on him and then holding him down, and then Marie taking, you doing some coagulating his blood, and then maybe Kimiko blasts him. Like, I don't like it. I don't like the idea of anyone soloing Homelander at this point. That would be very stupid. All right? Be very stupid. And then that's the other thing. What the heck is Butcher going to do against Homelander? Because we were promised Scorched Earth. There's so much that has to be resolved, man, in one episode. This is the lowest rated episode of the season, and I think of the series in general. People are hating on it. This whole season's getting hate online, all right? I haven't been a fan of the season either. People are hating on this episode. Oh my God. People are hating on this episode, and it's the lowest rated episode of the season. I don't think it was that bad, okay? Because it gave me some scenes that I really enjoyed. Every scene with Homelander is a banger. There's a scene with him and Soldier Boy that's great. There's the opening scene with him and the President, which we're going to get to. Homelander's lost his mind, bro. And it does have some... It has that weird... Yeah, look, bro. It's a penultimate episode. No one looks at this episode and says this is a penultimate episode. It doesn't feel like it. You have that weird cat lady who's having a butt-sniffing, making love scene with that other dude, the dog dude or whatever. And then Starlight has to fight them. Starlight is very weak, by the way. Starlight's getting her butt whooped by literally everybody in the show now. Oh Father or whatever, that dude blasted her. This dude was kind of whooping her butt too. Like, Why is Star? I literally thought Starlight was also being built up to be one of the most powerful beings in the show because of her light powers and her flight. I thought they were trying to build her up to take on Homelander. This woman can't even take on. I don't even know what to say. You had the whole scene with Homelander using psychics to interrogate to interrogate Butcher and Huey, which is interesting because one of them, turned into Kessler in front of them basically and tried to get into their minds, and they defeated him. These were kind of the scenes where I was like, okay, whatever. Like, the psychics were used to kind of just, it's character build-up moments, right? It's the dialogue moments. It's to go into Butcher's backstory a bit more, and Huey being. But at this point in the show, why are we still having scenes like this? You know what I'm saying? It just feels like this show has struggled. This season has struggled structurally with its character moments and where to place them. And I genuinely don't know how they're going to freaking resolve this in the final episode. Homelander's losing it. This dude's like, not only are you going to ban abortion, you're going to make the Democratic Church of America is going to be a national religion. Everyone will have to do it, and all the believers are going to be dead. You're going to do a test screening in which Jesus hands me the reins and says, I am the true God. I am the next prophet and the true God. Jesus is no longer your God. I am. He is doing things that are literally sacrilegious to Christianity in the worst way. And you can see the people's reactions when they're looking at this test screening of Jesus saying, I tried what I could, but now it's up to you. You are the true chosen one. And they're just looking at this ad. Like, what the heck? And Homelander doesn't give a fuck anymore. This guy's saying, ban any kind of milk for babies that isn't from the breast. Nut milk, artificial milk, no, just ban it. Breast only. This guy, he's lost it. He's lost his mind. And I have one question. Oh, not only that, Soldier Boy said he's going to leave because he needs some distance between him and his son. He's like, bro, listen, you're just a weirdo. You're my son. I respect you. I've handed you the reins, but you're a weirdo. I need some space, okay? And Homelander's like, no. Homelander is literally just a dude who really wants a dad, really badly. Like, that's him down to the core. That's him more than anything. Then he chokes Soldier Boy out and puts him back in cryo status. Like, bro, how many times are we putting Soldier Boy back in cryo status? At this point, I don't know if Soldier Boy's going to flip-flop again and join the Butcher's team, which probably won't happen. And how long is Soldier Boy going to be there? Like, what's going to happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, oh my lord, guys. It's just getting so, it's just so much we have to, look, this is all the stuff that needs to be resolved. But before I get into that, I'm going to give you the list of things that needs to be resolved in the finale. How much stronger is Homelander because of the V1? Because not only did he just choke Soldier Boy out pretty effortlessly, granted, he had the drop on Soldier Boy was walking away, okay, fine. But when there's a scene where he's in a room with enriched uranium. Now, maybe this isn't as strong as the room with enriched uranium that he was where Soldier Boy locked him in. But the scene where he's in enriched uranium with Frenchie, you can tell that the uranium is not having the same effect it did before. Whereas before, you could see his face, he was way more sick, and this one, it still affects him, but it's way more doable for him. So I'm very curious how much stronger he is because of the V1. Because if he is as strong as I think he is now, everyone's cooked. Here's all the stuff that needs to be resolved in the finale. Scorched Earth, we need the Butcher and Homelander moment. It ends with them. Homelander's defeat, whether he's going to turn human or whether he's going to die, that itself is a big thing to do in the finale, by the way. What's going to happen to Vought, Ashley, what her role is in all this. The Deep, what the heck is going on with the Deep? That's the other thing. Sorry, someone's calling me. That's the other thing about this episode. The scenes with the Deep are like, what's the point of them anymore? What's the point of this character? He's breaking a world record in terms of a useless character that's living. Ryan, when's Ryan going to come into the fold? Marie, how's she going to enter this battle if she is at all? Soldier Boy. There's so much that needs to be resolved. It's absolutely insane. Look, guys, I don't know what else to say. I'm going to make a whole other video because I need to bang these videos out right now, bro. Someone's trying to enter my room and it's not the freaking lady. I'm going to make a whole other video about all the theories that I was wrong about, that everyone's wrong about, including me, that failed miserably, okay? But all that being said, decent, okay episode. It's Homelander, man. It's really Homelander. His scenes are the only scenes that I'm liking in the show overall. This dude starts the episode by murdering the president. He's literally having his church sing about how he's God. Like, this is it. And the scene, by the way, where the All Father dude is calling him, and Soldier Boy and Homelander is wondering how many people truly believe he's God, and when he finds out that they don't, he's like, kill them all. It's hilarious. This dude's a fucking nutcase. There is, by the way, I will say one thing about this though. Homelander has been in his most interesting phase as a character in season 2 and 3. I do think there is some truth to the idea of his God arc is not the most interesting we've seen for. In fact, it makes him less interesting than it was more. I'll take it this way: it was more interesting when Homelander had some reins down on him, like he had someone to keep him in control, like Stan Edgar, or just the entire system of Now that he's in control of everything and he's allowed to be more cartoony and more of a James Bond villain, it doesn't make him as interesting as season 2 and 3. I still listen. Homelander still. He is one of the most goated villains of all time. He is cemented himself in pop culture forever. Anthony Starr, this is a Heath Ledger Joker level performance, okay? If not beyond that. So, but it all rides and dies on how you end Homelander's reign in the show and send him off. Someone started vacuuming. I gotta go, guys. Listen, this is the problem with making videos and traveling. I fucking hate it. Those are my thoughts on that. On to the next video. Bye.